And we are back on this Wednesday morning. Still 34, 35 degrees out there. Just bundle up on your way out. Dress warm if you can. Well, of course you can, hopefully. And high temperatures today around 56 with your low of 34. Tomorrow 59 for that high. Partly cloudy skies. No rain to even talk about. The rest of the week looking pretty good. Temperatures sticking around what they are for today. 230-4988 does get frank. I do want to make an announcement. Bill Donovan had sent me some information about a food bank, or not the food bank, but they're looking for some food. If you have some extra food in your pantry, grab them up. This is, of course, for the Limestone County churches involved. This is Saturday, November 17th from 9 to 5 p.m. Two collection sites. Is that what Philip Presley's coming up on Friday to talk about? Actually, Philip's coming up to talk about First Baptist is going to be having a Thanksgiving meal, special for that. So we'll talk about that on Friday. But gather up some food if you can. They are in need of some extra donations.
Thanksgiving's a week from tomorrow. It's on Thursday again this year. You know.
Always on Thursday.
We'll be off Thursday and Friday. Then next Wednesday morning, we'll be feeding a bunch. If you want to stop by for breakfast, we'll get a bunch of our clients up here and friends. We'll get them all up here. Zeke's going to be catering that up at Pizza Inn. Don't forget to order your smoked turkeys and hams right now for Thanksgiving from Zeke up at Pizza Inn. Hey, Seth, thinking about it, how much more will people start eating next week and continue on to the first of the year?
Usually what happens is around this time of year, most people will put on 3 to 5 pounds. Literally of fat, and a pound of fat contains about 3,500 calories, just to let you know how much people are eating through this time.
Pound?
Yeah, one pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So what happens is through this time of year, generally people go in, they eat too much, they repeatedly eat too much, and then during the first of the year, everybody goes, well, I got to do something about
Join the gym.
It would be a
3 weeks.
Yeah, and that's usually how that goes too. But it would be a real good time to get a hold of some Daughter's Delight to curb the appetite through this time so you don't gain that extra weight. 3 to 5 pounds doesn't sound like that much, but truly, it's a lot of calories.
All right, now you got a bunch of fat laying on the counter at Herbs & More. How much fat is that?
5 pounds.
Oh, that's a 5 pound fat.
5 pound thing of fat, yeah.
You haven't seen it laying up on the counter the other day we're down? That's
I
fat.
thought about 10, 15 pounds.
Yeah, and I could actually show you the pictures where I lost 10 pounds of fat. You can see the difference in the definition in my body. Just 10 pounds. It covers everything.
Well, I got about 20 right here.
Well, that
I call it the Smirnoff baby.
that may have something to do with it. That extra sugar put in there. You see, fat cells store sugar; they don't store fat. But anyway, what I was going to talk about today is we've obviously got a new healthcare system, and in our new sick care system called Obamacare, it reminds me of a time when KFC gave away free chicken. Do y'all remember this?
No.
KFC had a free chicken giveaway. It was like this great promotion, and they wanted everybody to come in and try their chicken. And the idea behind it was everybody comes and tries their chicken, and then everybody will come back to KFC. Well, what happened is they ran out of chicken, and there were riots around KFC. These people were so pissed because he
can say that on TV.
So angry. I thought I could say that.
You can. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, we're turning liberal. I can say whatever I want, right? But they were so angry that they couldn't get their chicken. What happened is they literally started rioting, and this is what our healthcare system is now. What our healthcare system is turning into is you have just taken from the producers and given everything for free to the non-producers. So what's going to happen is your lines are going to get longer. In Canada, they have this great system that we have, and their lines, they're waiting 6 months to get an MRI to see what's going on.
I heard all about that.
So what we've decided to do at Herbs & More Nutritional Healthcare is we're going to start a new actual healthcare system instead of the sick care system. What we're going to do is teach you to take responsibility for your health. You come in here and we're going to teach actual preventive care. What we do on Tuesday nights, last night we had an a wonderful meeting, and these meetings are getting much more relaxed now. So we went around and everybody started telling how they've done since they started on these programs. I've got one lady that's lost 123 pounds.
Goodness.
I've got one guy that he's coming off of his...
You got an opening? Tim says, I want in on that deal.
Wow.
Well, we've got another guy that is coming off his medications. He feels better. One lady, Sheila, tells a story about she always wanted to walk out to this pond, and it was too far for her to walk. She had to drive up there. She would be out of breath by the time she got to the pond, could never walk around it. Now she's able to walk from her house to this pond, all the way around this pond. She's feeling better. She's losing weight. And what we're doing here is I'm just simply teaching people how to stay away from this sick care system and get better, to get stronger, to get more healthy, so you don't have to go wait in these long lines to get your sick care. If we look at reality, the reality of the situation is simply this. Your doctor, you go to see him when you're sick, when you're hurting, and what he does is he gives you something to cover up the symptoms of your disease. That's not what we do. What we're going to do is teach you to feed your body what it needs to become more healthy, to become stronger, so you don't have to go to the doctor. Did you know that in the United States we are 5% of the population, and we take 50% of the drugs made in the world? We are a drug nation.
Wow.
We are 5% of the world's population.
And we take 50% of the drugs.
Prescription drugs?
Prescription drugs produced in the world.
Get out.
We are so drugged that half of the people can't even think, which is why they voted for Obama. Sorry, I had to throw that out there. But literally, what's happening, and did you know that we are number 39 in health? Throughout the world, in all the industrialized nations of the world, we are number 39 in
Well, it's
health.
because we're lazy. We like to eat.
Well, and what's going to happen now
apparently.
is, now that we have this great, wonderful socialized medicine that everybody wanted and voted for, that was not my vote. But it's what's going to happen is these lines are going to get longer. It's KFC. Everybody wants their free chicken. So what happens is now you get to wait for your chicken. The producers, the people who pay for this...
But you can starve to death in the meantime waiting on your free chicken.
Exactly. They run out of chicken. That's how it works.
And you could get sick and die because you couldn't get in to see a doctor.
And now the doctors are sitting back going, wait a minute, according to Obamacare, they're going to cap our income. You do not get good doctors by capping their income. They're there to make money.
That's why a lot of doctors left Canada to come here.
Exactly, and that's why now they're going to leave here to start private practices overseas. So you'll have to come see them overseas if you make enough money. So the healthcare system is about to be so flawed, you're not going to get that care that you want.
So people need to maintain their own health through buying products, which, by the way, you get 10% off each and every Wednesday. Mention anything about the program. Go down there today and just mention turkey.
Mention deep fried
10% off. All right, what have you brought today up here, Seth?
All right, what I brought today is just some general things for health.
Which is probably y'all's best product.
Yeah, absolutely. If there was only one product on earth I could take, it would be MSM Plus C, simply because of all it does in the body to help you to absorb all your other nutrition, to help everything to work more properly. This is one thing that I recommend everybody get on. During these meetings, call and reserve you a seat to these meetings. Every Tuesday, and I have to get your seat ready. I have to get everything, your packet together. So call and reserve it at 256-233-0073. You'll see the commercial here in a minute. But MSM Plus C, vital for your health. It comes down in rainwater, permeates all your fruits and vegetables. God intended it to be in every meal that you eat, and God's pretty smart. So this we need to put back into our diets.
Do you give children that?
Yeah, I give my 5-year-old son that. Now, I put it in a little squirty thing and shoot it down his throat. He don't really like me for it, but he's healthy. Another thing is, of course, if you're overweight, the first thing that we do is we want to lose the weight. That's going to help every single aspect of health, from osteoarthritis to lowering your cholesterol, blood pressure, the whole 9 yards. So we want to do that also.
All right, 10% off each and every Wednesday. Go by and see Seth, Molly, the whole bunch down there. And y'all still doing massages, Jason?
Yeah, Jason's still doing that, and he is excellent. How'd you like yours?
Pretty good.
Very good.
Go back.
Gee, you and Abby both enjoyed your massages.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
10% off each and every Wednesday. Go by there, stay healthy. Coming back, when we come back, we're gonna go to the kitchen. And Tim was kind of like the original fried turkey man.
He was, and we'll have some of that video.
We'll have some
too.
of that video that we did back with Joey Boyd's assistant over at the East Limestone Fire Department. About, what was that, 7, 8 years ago?
I think so.
Yeah, longer than that. Good to see you, Seth.
All right, good to be here.
We'll take a break. Johnny Lee Dees should be here later on this morning also. We'll take a break. Y'all, hang on.